Hello students, good morning to everyone. In our last video, we discussed about special kinds of collateral. Today, our special kinds of collateral, parallelogram, trapezium and a rectangle was over. I hope you understood that videos well. So today we will discuss the next special kind of a quadrilateral, that is rhombus, and then square. After discussing rhombus and square, we will do some theorems. If time will be, we do theorems. Otherwise, in next video we will do many more theorems relating to a rectilinear figure or quadrilaterals. Now let us see the rhombus. What are the points, what are the terms relating to rhombus? We know the terms relating to trapezium, isosceles trapezium, parallelogram and a rectangle. So I always said that parallelogram is a very important turning point before we go to the rectangle, rhombus, square, because rectangle, rhombus, square also parallelogram. If don't see that video, please see that video again and again. That's why we can understand, we could have some deep knowledge about parallelogram, for which we can easily understand the rectangle, square and rhombus. Today we will discuss about rhombus. What is rhombus? Now this is a rhombus, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a rhombus. The rhombus is a parallelogram in which two adjacent sides are equal. That is rhombus. Nothing else, only minimum definition. Two adjacent sides of a parallelogram if equal, then that parallelogram is called rhombus. According to quadrilateral, what is rhombus? Rhombus is a quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal. So rhombus is a parallelogram, two adjacent sides are equal. Means rhombus is a parallelogram. If this is a parallelogram, AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to CD, because we know rhombus is a first parallelogram. According to parallelogram definition, both opposite sides, two pair of opposite sides are parallel. So AB is parallel to CD, AD is parallel to BC. So rhombus is a parallelogram, but in which parallelogram, in which or to which special parallelogram is called rhombus? Because in parallelogram, if two adjacent sides are equal, then that parallelogram is rhombus. So two adjacent sides AB and BC are two adjacent sides. If AB is equal to BC, according to parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So AB is equal to BC means AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, means all sides are equal. in a parallelogram in which parallelogram all sides are equal or adjacent sides are equal, then that parallelogram is called rhombus. So this is a parallelogram. If first definition of rhombus, if AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, all sides are equal, means in which parallelogram all sides are equal or adjacent sides are equal, then that parallelogram is called rhombus. Then what are the terms relating to rhombus? Now according to parallelogram, we know according to parallelogram all conditions are applied or are applicable in rhombus. All conditions of parallelogram are applicable in a rhombus case. Then what are the extra condition? In a rectangle, all conditions of a parallelogram also applied. But what are the special condition of a rectangle? Two diagonals are equal and they bisect each other at a point. Means AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. And each angle is 90 degree. But in a rhombus, what are the extra condition, extra statement other than the parallelogram in a rhombus? Now look. Number 2. So this is A point I and a double I. Two diagonals AC and BD is perpendicular to each other. AC and BD are perpendicular to each other. Means two diagonals are perpendicular. So in O, this is 90 degree, this is 90, this is 90 and this is 90. So two diagonals are perpendicular to each other in rhombus. What is rhombus? In which parallelogram all sides are equal or adjacent sides are equal, that parallelogram is called rhombus. What is the special terms of a rhombus? Two diagonals bisect at 90 degree or two diagonals are perpendicular to each other. They are bisect because according to parallel condition, and this is the parallelogram. So AO is equal to CO, BO is equal to DO. Here we need not have to write because we know in your parallelogram terms and conditions. But in rhombus terms and conditions, we need not write AO is equal to CO, BO is equal to DO because it is already written in your parallelogram condition. So here AC is perpendicular to BD, this much. AC is perpendicular to BD. Means AOB is equal to BOC. We can write A angle AOB is equal to angle BOC is equal to angle COD is equal to angle AOD, that is equal to 90 degree. This is the terms relating to rhombus. Then diagonals bisect each other at a point. We know in our parallelogram method, AO is equal to CO and BO is equal to DO. But in a rectangle, we written AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO because in a rectangle two diagonals are equal in length. But in a rhombus case, two diagonals are not equal as like as a parallelogram, but they are perpendicular to each other and bisect at a point, means AO is equal to CO, BO is equal to DO. Then another point which we didn't write or didn't take as a terms. What is that? Each diagonal AC is a diagonal which bisect the angle A, means this angle is equal to this angle. It is very important. But in a parallelogram, diagonal is not a angle bisector. In rectangle, diagonal is not a angle bisector. But in a rhombus, every diagonal AC is bisector of angle BAC and angle BCD. Likewise, BD is a bisector of angle ABC and angle ADC. So every diagonal is the bisector of that vertex angle. So this means angle BAO is equal to angle OAB, OAD. Here angle ABO is equal to angle OBC. Angle BCO is equal to angle OCD. Then angle ADO is equal to angle CDO. Means every diagonal, each diagonal in a rhombus case is a bisector of that concerned angle. This is the terms relating to rhombus. So what are the more terms, more conditions rather than parallelogram in rhombus? What are they? Other than the parallelogram, a rhombus has a new terms and conditions that two diagonals are perpendicular to each other and each diagonal is a angle bisector, vertex angle bisector. This much about to rhombus. Now take a screenshot, then we will go to the next special quadrilateral, that is square. Square. This is a square. A, B, C, Shanti. ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square in which all sides are equal, and each angle is measured 90 degree. All sides are equal. AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. So square is a figure, or a square is a parallelogram. It is also a parallelogram. Square is also a parallelogram in which all sides are equal and each angle is measured 90 degree. Every angle is 90 degree, or one angle will be 90 degree. That is a square. Angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D, that is equal to 90 degree. This much is the definition. As all sides are equal or adjacent sides are equal, in which parallelogram, that is rhombus. As all sides are equal and each angle 90 degree, then it is called square. But as all sides are equal, then first it is a rhombus. Square is a rhombus. All angles are, or each angle 90 degree. But in a rectangle definition, rectangle is a parallelogram in which each angle or only one angle will be 90 degree. Then that parallelogram is called rectangle. As one angle is 90 degree or every angle is 90 degree, then it is also rectangle. So square is a rhombus. Square is a rectangle. Square is a rhombus and square is a rectangle. We know what is rectangle. So rectangle is a quadrilateral, or rectangle is a parallelogram in which each angle or only one angle will be 90 degree. Then that parallelogram is called rectangle. As this is a parallelogram, this parallel to this, and AB parallel to CD. As this is the parallelogram, and one angle is 90 degree, means each angle are all angles are 90 degree. Then this is first a rectangle. Second, all sides are equal. In a parallelogram, if all sides are equal or two consecutive sides are equal, then that parallelogram is called rhombus. So all sides are equal, so then it is a rhombus. So square is a rhombus, square is a rectangle. According to rectangle definition, what is square? So square is a rectangle in which adjacent sides are equal. Square is a rectangle in which adjacent sides are equal. Then that rectangle is called a square. Square is a rhombus. So square is a rhombus in which each angle measured 90 degree. That rhombus is called square. So square is a only rectilinear figure whose definition will be according to quadrilateral, according to parallelogram, according to rectangle, according to rhombus. So square has a 3 or 4 definitions by taking quadrilateral, parallelogram, rectangle and square, rhombus. Now what are the more points relating square? As it is, this is the rectangle, so AC is equal to BD. Diagonals are equal. First, because in a rectangle two diagonals are equal. If two diagonals are equal, so as this is the rhombus, so BD and AC perpendicular to each other. BD AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is perpendicular to BD at O point. Because this is the rhombus. Rhombus, two diagonals are perpendicular to each other and two diagonals are equal to each other according to rectangle definition. In rectangle definition, AC is equal to BD. In rhombus definition, AC is perpendicular to BD. Then AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. Two diagonals are equal and they bisect at O point. So AO is equal to BO is equal to DO. Likewise. Then another thing, if this is the square, as this is the rhombus, so each diagonal or two diagonals bisect or angle bisector. Each diagonal is a angle bisector. So AC and BD, AC and BD are angle bisector of AC and BD are angle bisectors. Means AC is the angle bisector of BAD and BCD and BD is the angle bisector of ABC and CDBA. This is the angle bisectors. And then next point, what are the next points? Then each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. But here each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. But two diagonals divides the parallelogram into four equal triangles, equal area in triangles. But in a square case, the four triangles are congruent to each other. Any two triangles are congruent to each other and area for each triangle is equal to half of the area of a square. So this is the definition of a special kinds of a quadrilateral. Then we will go to the next step, take a screenshot. So this is the terms relating to square, or these are the terms relating to special kinds of a quadrilateral, that is trapezium, parallelogram, square, rhombus, rectangle. Now look some points relating diagonals conditions of a parallelogram or a special kinds of a quadrilateral. Diagonal properties. Number one, this is the diagonal properties. Diagonal properties. Number one, What are the diagonal properties? Diagonal bisect each other. Bisect each other. Where? Diagonal bisect each other in parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, all. Parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus. Second point, diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. Where? Rectangle and square. Rectangle and square equal. Next, point 3, diagonals bisect vertex angle. Diagonals bisect vertex angle. Vertex angle, which is the diagonals are bisector of angle bisector, in which square, rhombus. Square and rhombus. Diagonals, number 4, diagonals are perpendicular. Square, rhombus. Number 5, each diagonal form two congruent triangles. Each diagonal form two congruent triangles in which quadrilateral, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, all things. Then next 6 point, number 6, diagonals form four equal triangles. Four equal triangles. Four equal triangles, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square. And a 7th point, diagonals form four congruent triangles. Rhombus and square. So take a screenshot. So the points relating to special quadrilateral are these. Then we will go to the theorem relating to parallelogram, quadrilateral, rhombus, trapezium, square, rectangle. So I think you understood the points, terms, conditions relating to special quadrilateral. In your next video, we will go to theorems relating to this. For today, this much. Thanks. Have a nice day today.